Oh, no. Hi. I am so excited and a little bit scared, to be honest, to film this video. I am doing I did a Q&A on my Instagram, and I got a few responses of questions about having CPTSD, and so I wanted to talk about it and yeah, give a little bit of my perspective, hopefully make people feel less alone. I remember when I was first diagnosed and I went on YouTube and I was looking up all of these just different YouTube videos to try to feel supported. Some of the ones and people that I recommend most is Crappy Childhood Fairy. She really helped me put a lot of things into perspective, and also Hatoni. I'll leave her at here. She doesn't specifically talk about CPTSD, but I just really resonate with a lot of her beliefs and ways of going through the healing process. So those were some big things that I feel helped me. But I'm gonna pull up my questions. Yeah, let's see here. So I think the first question is, what was your biggest learning lesson after getting diagnosed with CPTSD or since having CPTSD? And I would say probably the biggest learning lesson I've experienced, and again, I feel I've had to relearn and I'm still learning this, but is to slow down and force yourself to confront whatever it is you're dealing with, because healing is going to be prolonged the longer you avoid. And I would throw myself into work, I would, just do anything I can to distract myself from the healing process, and believe me, I have done everything from planting trees in the middle of nowhere, traveling, drinking, and self-destructive behavior. I've gone through so many different seasons since being diagnosed, and I think now is probably the most stable way I'm going about healing, and it's still, not perfect. I'm still constantly feeling self-doubt and second-guessing myself, but it's a journey, and every day if I'm doing 1% better, I believe that's how things are going to improve. Let's see. Someone wrote, not a question, but I just want to say I'm really inspired by your vulnerability and sharing and talking about this, because I have been posting a lot about it on my Instagram as well. And I think for me, one of the biggest things I've taken away from even just the few weeks of me sharing is somebody has to, and I think representation in all different things is important. Only the stories of the people who've had the lived experience of the thing should be the ones telling the story, and I believe that about all different things. I believe that about lived experiences of people of color and LGBTQ, and it extends to mental health issues. And growing up, having a parent with a mental illness, I was never really prepared for that experience. There's not a ton of literature on it. There's not really many film or video representations, and it also just made me feel very alone in the experience. I didn't feel very supported or seen in my experience until about 2 years ago when I was on Bumble Bff. This is a friendship dating app. I 100% recommend it to anyone looking to make new friends in their 20s, but I could talk about that in a different video. And I met two sweet, beautiful earth angels, Eden and Denise, who I love, and on separate occasions, and we hadn't talked about our family situations or anything before meeting, but as we started talking on each of our individual friend hangouts, it sort of emerged. And hearing that both of them also have parents who have bipolar was really life-changing for me, because now we have our little therapy group of just understanding each other, and our chats are so cathartic, because the girls who get it, and the people with CPTSD get it. Yeah, let me do the next question. Any books you recommend in dealing with this? 100%. I would say How to Be the Love You Seek. I will insert the author's name here because I forgot it. But this was a really important thing to do after going through some toxic relationships, seeking the love that I wanted so badly that my parents could not give me. You know, like, this book basically just gives you a roadmap with like different journaling exercises on how to sort of foster the love you want in your life, and that includes with yourself, that includes with your relationships, friendships, everything. And I walked away from this book entering one of the most healthy relationships in my life, and I'm so grateful that I found it when I did. Also, What My Bones Know. This is by Stephanie Foo, and this was the first and only book I've read, a memoir about dealing with complex trauma. It's the only book I've read with a person who has CPTSD, and oh my god, like, thank you Stephanie Foo for writing this book. I am forever changed and moved because of it. It, you know, there's like so many little experiences that I feel like I've never been able to relate with anyone else in my life until I read this book. Like, when I first got my period, I hid it from my family because everything else was too stressful going on, and Stephanie like shared a similar experience of like not wanting to grow up and hiding those signs, and I just like, I related so much to so many things, and honestly I'm on the healing journey I am now partially because of that book. So love that book. If you're dealing with CPTSD or you know someone who is, check it out. What is your situation looking like now, / how are you dealing with trauma and triggers? This is an ongoing learning, healing. I, you know, am working with both of my parents individually in developing our relationships back together. So I feel blessed that I'm not estranged from my family and that I've been able to do the work and repair. Lots of therapy. Also, I think, you know, dealing with trauma is like ongoing. There are things that come up now that me a year ago wouldn't have had the skills and bandwidth to deal with, but it's just time. Like, I felt so motivated when I first got diagnosed to join all of these self-healing groups and do all of this like work, and this like workaholic tendency seems to be a pattern. Like overcompensating because of fear of not being loved or fear of not being supported, and I have had to just sit with the grace and wisdom that comes with learning and healing. I can't rush the process, and I'm gonna probably look back on this video in a few years and be like, oh, she had so much juice and she had so much knowledge to learn, but also I'm coming to imperfectly, and I think that is all I can do. Yeah, and I will, you know, link my Instagram below. I am posting a lot of different content and just like feelings and sharings about my experience with CPTSD on there. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm obviously not like a psychiatrist or mental health expert, so if you are struggling, like, I mean, send me a comment. I can be here for you. But also what was that hurt? This or this? It was like weird, like, anyways, we'll get like a replay on that. Yeah, but I lost my train of thought, so I'm probably gonna end it here, and thank you for being here. Yeah, definitely reach out in the comments if you are experiencing this. I would love to hear your stories, and let me know if I should do more story times or question and answer videos again. This was a very like short and sweet one, but I have more to share. I have more knowledge to open up, and I would love to, you know, also be guided. I am currently on a journey of like understanding somatic exercises and dealing with like the pent-up survival that's in my body. Also nervous system healing after dealing with like a lot of autoimmune issues. So yeah, alongside my like lifestyle and travel content, there's gonna be some of this type of stuff sprinkled in too, and I'm grateful that you're here. So thank you for watching me talk about CPTSD. Bye!